Good morning to Dr. Shazali, my fellow friends. I'm Kivish Kumar, and today we're presenting my chosen chemical additive, which is polyethylene oxide. So, without further ado, let's start. Polyethylene oxide is a high molecular weight water soluble polymer, and it definitely has its roles in paper making. So, the first role is it acts as a drainage aid by promoting fiber flocculation. It improves fines retention and also enhances dewatering efficiency. And as you guys can see, there's a structure of something, right? It's actually the structure of polyethylene oxide, and I have actually attached this to this infographic for your viewing as we delve into this video further. So the next thing is we're going to talk about is the effects of polyethylene oxide on paper making. And to mention that polyethylene oxide actually has a lot of effects on paper making, and it is caused by few mechanisms. And one of the mechanism is polymer bridging mechanism, which is something that I'm going to briefly explain to you guys now. So polymer bridging mechanism works where polyethylene oxide dissolves in water. Long polymer chain bridges form between fibers and fillers, and large flocks are being formed, and these flocks are retained in the sheet. So after these flocks are being retained in the sheet, this will cause less materials to be lost through dewatering. And the next one we're going to be looking at is the relationship of polyethylene oxide towards paper making, where I'm going to talk about the effects and also the effects of polyethylene oxide and also the effects towards paper making itself. So the effects of polyethylene oxide, as I mentioned just now, there are many. So in this infographic, I've mentioned three. So the first one is flocculation of fibers. So what does flocculation of fibers do to paper making itself? What are the effects of this effect of PO or polyethylene oxide towards the paper property itself? Is that flocculation of fibers will result in a better fiber retention, and another one is the retention of fillers. So what does retention of fillers do? It increases the paper opacity and printability. And another one is improved sheet formation. And what does improved sheet formation do to paper property? What are its effects on paper property is that it would result in a better paper uniformity. So the next one we're going to be looking at is the advantages of polyethylene oxide. As to many other chemical additives, this polyethylene oxide also has its advantages. So one of its advantages are high retention efficiency. The second one is improved drainage. Third one is cleaner white water, and last but not least is effective over wide pH ranges. I've also attached the image of polyethylene oxide there on the right hand side of the advantage for your viewing, as you can visualize the picture of polyethylene oxide as well. Maybe you know which is polyethylene oxide next time when you enter the lab. So what are the limitations of polyethylene oxide, you may ask? So the limitations are it often requires a cofactor, it is sensitive to mechanical shear, it has a higher cost than other alternatives, and also has an overdosing problem. So these are the limitations, and just now is the advantages of polyethylene oxide. So with this, this wraps up my presentation for today. And I would like to thank you guys for listening to me. And I hope you guys have got something from me today. If you guys would like to know more about the information that I've gathered for this infographic, you guys can scan the QR code on the right hand side of this infographic itself. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.